What up, y'all? It's your boy R to the A to the S. Yes. Roz here with Proceed with Caution Vlog. And today I'm here to talk about K.Sparks' new album, Self Portrait. Talk about stuff I liked about the album, stuff I did not like about the album, etc., etc., etc. Alright? One of my main criticisms from his last album is the production. I thought his production could have been way better. And on this album, he really stepped it up. Use one producer, which can be a dangerous thing, because sometimes some producers have their little niche, or they have a sound, or they don't really go out, or they stay within a certain genre, etc. But the guy he used on here is a guy by the name of Kursor, Kursor. He's from Paris, all right. Ooh la la, wee wee, Tony Parker, all that stuff, man. What I like about this dude is he has a variety of sounds. He has a variety of influences, whether it's NY hip hop, whether it's that Dilla, neo soul, Nicolay type of vibe, whether it's 808s, bassy music, Timberland type of stuff. Just a lot of variety in the sound. Some of my favorite parts of some of the instruments he uses or samples, I don't know what it is, but some of my favorite parts are some of the strings he uses. Sometimes it might be acoustic guitar, sometimes it might be bass guitar, sometimes it might be that big thing, I think it's called a jazz cello or something like that, where you pluck it in jazz bands. Just a whole bunch of different strings. I like that about his production style, the different strings he uses. So let's get into some of the songs I like. This is not all the songs. I'm gonna go through each and every song. I'm gonna tell you the songs that really stood out to me and the ones I really listened to a lot. When listen to his album to review it. Homeschool, featuring Paul Rivers Bailey. The hook is very addicting. I like the singing on here. The Somebody Pray For Me. I think that's dope. He's talking about growing up in Jamaica, Queens. Is that where 50 is from? I'm not sure. I don't know all the boroughs like that. I know you talk about, I don't know. Might not be. But on here, he's talking about his life in Jamaica, Queens, and his life as a kid. The systems that control his environment, the pressures that he faced as a kid. School system was jacked up. And just all of these things which he faced as a kid. And I just think the beat is dope. The nice little Caribbean vibe to it. As well as the rapper on here. I believe it's Paul Rivers, the rapper, not the singer, I think. But he's straight on here. Blindfold is another song that stood out to me, featuring Nation. And you remember Nation from his last album, Between. This is real bassy, like a Young Money. So I could see some people, like, if you look at him to have like a New York sounding album, this song is an exception to that. So probably some underground fans won't like it. I like it because it does. The bass kicks in real hard, bassy. The still from Dead in Hip Hop, Bangs in the Whip. So I like that about it. And Nation on here is straight as well. Another song that stood out to me was Special, featuring Tina Quaylo. Is that how you pronounce this name? I don't know how to pronounce it. Now some of the hook, it could be something that this might be a song you might want to avoid, because they talk about touching. You touch me, I feel so special if you touch me. And I don't know what touching they're referring to. But I know some people, when they hear words, like pictures pop in their mind, so the wrong picture might pop in some people's mind. So this song might not be for everybody, but I think it's a dope song, man. Like I said, it has that Nicolay, that Dilla vibe to it. She could sing. I love Tina singing on here. Yeah, just a nice relationship song. Another song that really stood out to me was Conscious versus Conscious. I like the dark vibe on here. It's another like type of neo soul type of vibe to it. This is real dope storytelling. I won't ruin it all the way, but it's basically about a young woman. I believe, I could be wrong on that, but I believe the skit is referring to that, as well as the song before it, the realize real lies. Let's talk about a woman that's similar to that. So these might be all connected. I could be wrong. I don't know. But anyway, this woman, she's real, found herself a guy who has a lot of money, and she thinks this guy's the one. She has a baby. And basically, she's on a date. And the guy, we get to hear this date and what's going on. And the guy's spitting some words, but we know what he really means because his conscience is also speaking to us. His conscience is, evil. And he's about to do some evil stuff. I won't say what. Then a woman's conscience kicks in to try to tell her, like, hey, this guy ain't no good. You need to get yourself out of this situation. But as you will find out, it's a little bit too late. But I like the whole storytelling vibe on here. My favorite song on here is actually called Black Kids, Black Gun. Deja's song. Tina on here singing again, as well as, oh boy, is that Lena? I guess it's Lena. I don't know. Like a different way to spell it. But anyway, this is a straight up NY street vibe. Tina kills on the hook again. The beat is just crazy. Reminds me of Jay-Z's Dead President in some senses, but way more complicated. Sort of like what Elzai did with Elmatic, that type of vibe to it. And just good storytelling. I would love to see a video for this song if he did it right and got some good acting and stuff. This would be a dope video. The other song I liked on here was Shattered Pieces to Masterpieces, featuring, oh boy, Zay Guino. I don't know. The acoustic guitar on here is dope. He's just talking about his faith, his Christian faith, and I don't know what brother Zay Guino. I don't know if this is a French brother as well, like the producer. I don't know what he's saying. Kind of reminds me of that BT Cypher with the French dude that was rapping on it. I don't know what the brother's saying, but he can flow. So yeah, those are the songs that really stood out to me. Now, of course, we got to get to the songs I don't like. To quote the great, Chief Keef. But talking about the songs I don't like. Speaking of talking about, one of the songs I don't like is Talking About. This beat feels really dated, man. Like sometimes, like on here, like you got something like an old school NY beat, which is fine. This feels like an old school Timberland beat, and it just does not work for me. The hook is not that good either. It's not catchy. Doesn't capture my attention. Next song, Pop Goes the Weasel, featuring Nation, JD, and Angelus. The beat is nice, but some of my main problems with this album is some of the guest rappers are just, I won't say they're bad, but none of them are like, man, if they come out with a solo album, I'm buying their solo album first day, period. None of them are at that level, and that really hurts this album for me to be, for it to be like great. I still think, so I think it's a pretty good album, but it could have been great if some of these guest rappers would have stepped it up. I didn't really like the hook on here either. Kind of reminds me of something like Lupe would do. They are them, and they are us, and all that type of stuff. And did not work for me. Realize, feature Nation. This is just too Christian rappish, man. This just, and that was some of my problems with the last album. Was like it felt too Christian rappish. This feels like an old school Jay-Z, again Timberland type of song that they would make, man. It's just, and the singing on here is just not good. Great message, but I just could not get with it. And the last song I really wasn't feeling was Queens featuring JD. I'll be honest, JD turned me off first listen to dude. Just his cadence is too old school. I mean, subject matter fine, but I could not get with it, man. But yeah, I think bottom line with this album, I think he did a way better job, balancing, his faith, but at the same time coming off more like a conscious rapper. Like some songs feel like a conscious rap song, so he can go in between both worlds, but at the same time he's expressing the Christian faith. Like I said, production is way better. I mean, I never really had a problem with his cadence or flow. All that's fine. I would like to see more songs like some of his storytelling songs on here. I think he really has a strong, gift in terms of writing those type of songs, as well as, his childhood types of songs. I think those are two strong areas. But like I said, this is a pretty good album. The guest appearances hurt it, in my opinion, for being great. So that's my opinion. Love to hear yours. See what calls some ball. Hope it sucks, and I'm out. Triples.